My name is Jaquetta Green, and I'm here with Crown Magazine. Today we have a special guest, Sabir Bey.
What's up?
Sabir Bey is in the house, you guys. Thank you so much for your time today. You guys might recognize Sabir from Hidden Colors. He's also a radio host of the Sabir Bey Show here in Los Angeles, and today we get to interview him and get more information about everything that's going on with him. He is the voice, so we need everybody to tune in and recognize what he's doing.
Hey, hold up. You can't just mention Hidden Colors.
I know. I'm gonna get. I know.
We can't forget that.
Yeah, I never forgot that.
Best documentary
that was
out
right
today.
Right.
Go get it. If you didn't see Out of Darkness, I suggest y'all go get it.
Yes.
No doubt. You can't say Hidden Colors.
Well, yeah.
Out of Darkness.
Yes, you can, and that's sure enough. That's
all right.
Okay. So basically, what's your name? You know, Bey. That is the name. What's your name?
That's not necessarily a name. Bey is a title.
Okay.
They're not names like Yasin Bey. They're titles, they're not names. Names are like European names. They the ones that have names. We have titles. So when people hear that word Bey, they think it's a name because we've been conditioned to think it's a name, but it's a title.
Okay.
It means governor. That's what it means.
Nice, okay.
And Sabir was actually given to me by a Muslim brother. Wow. A Muslim brother gave me that name over 17 years ago. Because what he did, he was watching my movements, and this is when I was heavy in Sunni Islam. So he was, I don't know if the brother's still around before, because it's been given to me. He watched me. They locked me up a couple times for contempt in court. I was challenging the courts, and I would be in there for 3 months. It was supposed to be 6 months, but it was 3 months. But the brother was watching me. He was watching me while I was there, and he came to me and said, "Brother, you're very patient." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He said, "You're like a Sabir." I was like, he said, "Sabir means patient one." I was like, wow. And I never shifted my name from that because he said, "Your actions are very patient with this." So I kept Sabir, and Bey came later, which is a title. That's how Sabir Bey came about.
Nice. Okay, wonderful. All right, so where are you from, and what life experiences have, led you to this path that you're on right now on your journey?
I was born and raised in Philadelphia. Born and raised in Philly, 22nd and Catherine. And anybody knows Philly, it was crazy. I want to say things about what I used to do in the streets, though. I ran the streets, in Philly. But I got into this information as far as knowledge-wise since I was 15. I was in the Nation of Islam at a young age. I left the Nation of Islam because it was too disciplined when I was 17 years old. Went back into the street, got shot at 19 years old. So just growing up, Philly's a rough place. It's really a rough place, and I walked away from the Nation of Islam because of the discipline. It was really strong.
Now you got shot?
Yes, I was shot 2 different times. We'll get into that too. Oh. But 2 different times.
Okay.
But I was, like I said, I was in the Nation, from the Nation of Islam. I went to Sunni Islam, and just was there. I was a Malcolm fan since I was 15 years old. I studied Malcolm for years. I loved the way he used to flip words and how to deal with language, so that was like one of my first teachers. People say Elijah, but, I didn't know about Elijah till later, studying Malcolm X. But that was a way of getting me out the street. But when I got into this knowledge of the Moors, that really took me out the street because I was still dibbling and dabbling when I was in Sunni Islam.
All right. Okay, so now basically I wanted to get into Out of Darkness. I know you have a new film called Out of Darkness that came out this year. It's starring Professor James Smalls, Amadeo Christ, and you as a director and producer.
No, I'm not a director. I'm the producer.
Right.
Of it.
Okay.
And Amadeus Christ is the director of the film, which is bananas how they even came about. It was dope.
All right. So there's Taj Tariq Bey and
Tariq Bey.
Umar Johnson.
Yep.
Okay, so could you give us more about the film in a nutshell?
The film and what happened. The film. You know, we talked about it earlier. I did. I was the first person that was interviewed in Hidden Colors. The film was supposed to be based around the Moors in Hidden Colors, because I did a film before that called The Prophet of the People by Noble Dwale about the Moors, and Sabir Bey is in there too, most definitely. But the film was supposed to be based around that because of our differences. I wasn't in none of the other Hidden Colors. So when the brother presented this information to me from Out of Darkness, I said, well, I'm not going to be a part of anything unless I'm a producer of that particular, product, because of my bad experiences, what I had with the Hidden Colors. So the brother said, okay, I can push you down as a producer. I got part of the people, he got part of the people. You see what I'm saying? So that's how we work this deal out. And I tell people all the time, don't never be a part of something if you're not, either directing or, or producing of it, because it's good for business, because somebody can do what they want to do. Don't you understand? It's industry. So I went and got Brother Taj. I got Brother James Smalls. He got Brother Tim Wise. He got Atlantis brother, Tony Pollard, and other hosts of people, and Dr. Copper. And Copper's doing the narration inside the film. So, and it's 3 hours long, I can just tell you that.
Pretty dope.
Powerful.
Yes. It hit me when they were talking about the economics and stuff like that.
The innocent.
Man, it's a really, really nice film. You guys make sure you check it out. You also have a app that you're...
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what? What's the name of that?
The Sabir Bey Show.
Right, all right. And that's also .com as well. So you guys can check him out at the SabirBeyShow.com. He has a number of DVDs, right?
Host of DVDs.
Yeah.
A whole lot of stuff. Can I say this? I'm gonna talk about this for a minute, because a lot of people, you brought up my history in Philly.
Right.
And I just want to share this, because when you have this platform, you got to explain to people how stuff came about. When I got into this movement, like I said, I went through the Nation of Islam. I grew up a Catholic. I went through the Nation. I went through Sunni Islam, and how I got into this Moorish information is because there was a brother by the name of Kamar Gabriel. This brother was the one that brought me into this movement. There was no YouTube, there was no Facebook. I think it was maybe MySpace been around, because they've been around for a minute. There was none of this stuff. So when the brother came to me and I asked the question, I was Sunni down, Jack. Anybody know Philly? We had the beards, the freeway beards and all that. When I got into this information about the Moors, I slowly but surely started cutting my beard, taking my jalabia off, my kufi off, not realizing that was not my history nor my culture. I started studying more and more about this history about the Moors and about us being here. And that's what intrigued me to take me out of the streets, because it wasn't me going to jail to get me out the streets. It was me studying stuff diligently every single day and trying to put the pieces together. So for me being in the Nation, that never took me out. For me being in Sunni Islam never took me out. It was me every day in law libraries and libraries, period, that took me out of the streets. And I'm glad I escaped without me going to jail or without me being killed. But when I got into this, it was like part of my life. You see what I'm saying? So I share this with people for a reason, because they don't understand my background. They think I just popped out of nowhere. I've been doing this for a long time. But that's what took me out of the streets. And I say this to everybody: if you did this, it can happen to you too. That's what I want to share with people, because it's real, about our nationality, who we truly are.
Right. Yeah, definitely. So basically, the passion that you have behind your message, what is it besides, because there's a lot of hate speech, there's a lot of people that are not, yeah, a whole lot, but I feel like there's a difference with your message. Like, you come with knowledge that's going to help people capitalize on improving, within, and trying to understand the laws and justifying, you know, the different things that are going on right now. So what is the passion and anything else that you want to drop right now as far as knowledge for new people that are just now coming into the realization of what's happening right now? What do you want, what is the message that you want to leave with them today if you had a message right now?
I mean, when people say study self, I would say study yourself and study yourself again. My thing, I don't do hate teaching, I do love teaching. Malcolm said it's about love teaching. In the Moorish Divine National Movement, or the Moorish period, there are principles that we stand on. It's love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. You can kill somebody with love. In the Nation of Islam, we had a saying, you can let someone talk, but until that person put their hands on you, then you react. You follow me? So I don't do hate teaching. I don't even know what that is. It's about, I teach love. And if you can't change it with your heart, your hands, or your head, you just walk away from it. So again, this is what I want to impart on people, because a lot of people think I hate teaching. I'm like, you never heard me teach hate? Did you ever hear Malcolm teach hate? Malcolm taught truth. So that is one of the principles that we stand on: love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. So justice will prevail. You see what I'm saying? So with the people, when I see people act out on hate and don't know why they hate, you see what I'm saying? If you ask them why you hate so much, because I don't know, I'm just hating because the white man did this. I'll be like, no, the white man, there's no such thing as white man. You see what I'm saying? So you have to look at yourself. And this is even what Michael Jackson was saying. Look at the man in the mirror. Look at yourself. Everything is based on you. It's what you put out there in the ethers. And this is like, as I'm watching my brother film, I said, take your children with you. Show your children a craft. Let them watch what you're doing so they can do better. Because it's not necessarily for us. It's for our future generation. So it's not about hating. People hate because they don't even know which way to go. That's why they hate.
Well, yes, definitely. And I truly believe that we're going to embark upon something great, sooner than later. I know there's a lot of things that you're doing, and this is a great opportunity just to sit down with you and talk to you and get people to be familiar with the information. Mm-hmm. And we appreciate you at Crown Magazine.
I appreciate you too, because it needs to be said. I was shocked that you had a magazine. I'll be seeing people talk. I'll be like, they need to create a magazine like that. Create something. Thank
you.
Use your tools. I mean, we have everything we need to do what we need to get done. We have everything. And now, it's not a knock even on Hidden Colors, but I respect what the brother did in Hidden Colors, because for him to put out 4 documentaries on, period, it's a lot of money and time being spent in that. Even in Out of Darkness, it's a lot of money and time in this film thing, man, for real. People think that it's a fly-by-night thing, and it's not, man. Right. You have to have content.
And the big thing that also I wanted you to touch on is the media. How you're saying that, hey, like, we're in charge of what we put out there and what we intake as well. So what is your big message about media? Like, what is going to get the message out as far as like just letting people know more truth? Because right now we're getting boggled down with so much stuff, and it's like, we keep feeding it and it keeps growing, you know what I mean? So all right, what's your message?
They said media is the most powerful tool in our hands.
Right.
And people who do media have a responsibility, whether they know it or not, to tell the truth. And this is how you influence people through media, through images. Like, I'm looking at your magazine and I'm like, this is an image. What image did you try to put out to people? This is an image. Right. So everything is an image. What the brother's doing right now is an image. So he's in media. So what we got to do is put the right stuff out to people so people can, get it. Like the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said, you don't have to condemn a dirty glass of water, just sit a clean one up inside the dirty glass. And you let the people choose. And that's what we have to do. So we do have a responsibility in media.
Yeah, and that's true, and I see that you are definitely using your platform to do, the greater good for us all, and that's very good,
Everybody in media has a purpose. Everybody has an obligation and a duty to put out something that's right. Like I said earlier, you don't have to, I'm not here to condemn no rapper. I just said, let's put a clean one up. Let's put some real hip hop up. Let's put some people that's out that's not getting airplay on the radio. And that's why I created my show, so we can create that platform, so we can bring those types of people in, and the real information.
And let me say, your show is so dope. I love it. The music, he just keeps it live. He got the comedy. We'll have you busting guts. It's just great.
Yeah,
so I love it.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah,
fun.
fun.
My brother. We gotta have my brother come down here too and film while we're in it. We get down inside the studio, but we have fun.
Yeah. So yes, and like I said, thank you. This is definitely a treat. I'll ask you all those other questions later.
Hey man, you can ask me now. You ain't gotta stop. You can keep going.
No. But
we can keep going. We ain't gotta stop it right now. We can just continue this.
All right. Well, I know the main thing that I see is that you have a lot of books. When I say books, you got books. Books on top of books. So,
a lot of books.
Yeah. How are you going by accumulating these books? Don't they cost so much money?
It's called prioritizing.
Okay,
you can find books in the bookstore for like $5. You see what I'm saying? You can find some books like this book is like $5. This book is probably like $3. Okay. So you can find books. But if you're online looking for them, they're going to cost a lot of money. Right. So I travel a lot. So I buy books and I may not read them right then and there. I may read them 2 weeks from now. And then I'll cross-reference it with something else that I have somewhere else. So that's how I accumulate the books.
Okay.
It's like sneakers. You buy sneakers when you go somewhere else, throw them in the closet, come back and you're like, oh, I got 20 pairs of sneakers here. God darn, where did I get these from? I didn't know I had them then.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing.
Okay, so what else are you doing in the community? I know you also hold classes, right?
Yes.
Okay, tell us more about the class.
We hold civics classes every Wednesday in Long Beach.
Okay.
7 p.m. Civics classes. We go through history, we go through law, we have books there, we have DVDs there. It'd be off the hook. So really, because I come from Philly, in New York area, I said, let me do this out here in California. So we just have people sitting around chatting, asking questions. This is what we do in the classroom, just chat, have an open dialogue about stuff that's not being said on the radio or in schools. So we do that every Wednesday at 7 o'clock.
Okay. Nice. I gotta check it out.
You gotta check it out.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, there's so much, you know what I mean? I've been following and trying to catch up. I've been seeing a lot of great things, especially the show. Like, I am just totally feeling the show. It's really, really good. So, I don't know, I just feel like we got a lot to build on. We're gonna work and get things together, and hopefully we can meet again and do some more work.
Definitely. You see how you step out like R. Kelly, huh? Like R. Kelly and Mike Tyson.
Man, yeah.
But you might not saw the interview though anyway.
No, that one, no, I didn't get to see that one, no. But I seen the mention on it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, it is so great, like I said, getting you here and seeing you and doing this live with us. I appreciate it. And
I appreciate you.
Again, shout out your
the app is wait for that truck to ride past. Lose the truck. I had the same truck. TheSabirBeyShow.com. Again, TheSabirBeyShow.com. That's it's the Sabir Bey is on Instagram, Twitter, wherever. IMDb. Go check out IMDb too also. Yeah.
Cool. All right, once again, Jacquetta Green with Crown Magazine. I want to thank Percy with Cold Diamond Photography for coming out. And this was definitely a great interview, and appreciate it.
Can I say this real quick? This brother is dope. I like what he's doing. Percy, he's good at what he's doing, man. So shout out to Percy, man. It's real, man. I like that. I'm going to have to call him.
Definitely. That's what it do. Thank you. Peace.